In the next part of this Civilization 6 Deity playthrough, I realise that I am completely fucked, and it's not even funny. I enter the information age in this game. This has one major benefit for me. You see, it is very evident that absolutely every single possible thing that could have gone wrong in this playthrough has gone wrong. I am completely fucked. I am so far behind in a technological scale compared to every other civilization that there's pretty much nothing I can do to salvage the situation, except for one final last-ditch effort, by getting more city-states on my side. From entering a new age, all of the side quests have been reset with new objectives. This is perfect for me, as I want to create more friends with the city-states. I need to complete more of their side quests. However, almost all of them involve me starting a fucking war between nations and or somehow developing an entire religion. So these are relatively difficult to accomplish in such a short amount of time. As a result, I decide I should try and chain up units that the city-states would like from me, alongside starting up one final last city on the northern island. Now, this is where things start to go a bit wrong for me. I don't know what was going through my mind, but for some reason I decided that using this Cassius Belli thing to start a very big no nice W word with, I believe the Greeks, would be a very good idea to strike the nationalism prompt and gain some new city-state neighbour friends. Here is my issue. Half of the people who wanted me to do this are owned by the Greeks, so I have essentially created a giant skirmish for absolutely zero reason and zero benefit.
Νυν πειρασόμεθα τας θέας δυνάμεως. Παρασκευάζεστε!
I also did not contact any of my friends to do the joint war thing, which they were more than happy to do with me, because I didn't know you had to do that through a make deal screen. I just thought you could ask them at any random point. Turns out, no, that's not how that works. So the current situation is this. I have started a giant international conflict for absolutely zero reason. I will get exactly zero gain from this entire situation. The only thing that could possibly occur from this happening is the complete destruction of my own civilization and cities. And honestly, about 2 turns after this happened, I think the realization of this situation sets in, and I just stopped doing anything. For like a proper, 30 minutes, just staring at the screen being like, right, I've fucked everything. And then I decide I've lost it, and you can hear me break out into song because I literally don't know what else to do. Ooh, baby, tell me that you love me, girl. Honestly, you can just tell in that moment, I really have just, deeped the fact that I've completely screwed myself over. This is lust, and I must confess, I feel everything, if this is wrong. Honestly, truly, at this point, there is nothing I can do except do my very best to try and avoid getting my shit pushed in by the Greeks. So, here I go. So, I continue to just try and fend off against the Greeks for approximately 15 minutes, we'll say. However, the extent of this defense was me pressing the launch city attack button to do the equivalent of hurling rocks at giant fucking armoured plates of people, because the amount of damage I did to each of these people was about 7. So, yes, it's not going particularly well in this moment. Also, every single city-state that the Greeks had owned have now started to try and attack me as well, which is not very good, because it turns out that 3 of them were next to my cities. So I'm now getting attacked from essentially 4 sides, and I'm crying. And whilst I was getting incredibly confused with what's happening in the game because one of my builder units got captured even though I didn't have any builder units, please explain that one to me, a glorious King Hojo once again decided to randomly show up on my screen with absolutely no warning and tell me some random fucking tidbit of advice, which I didn't understand, and I don't know why he was there. He has done this at least 3 other times in this one playthrough. I am very scared of this man. Anyways, whilst I was getting my proverbial shit pushed right in and my units were getting completely battered and bruised, one of the other civilizations, Brazil specifically, gave me a little notification, which was so lovely of them, telling me that they have launched a fucking Mars probe unit for Mars colonization or some shite like that, which I was like, okay, well that sounds relatively bad for me. And I asked another one of my friends who is a very big Civ player what this means, and he essentially told me that I am completely fucked. In fact, I am so fucked that there is basically 0 point in me doing this attempt anymore because I'm going to lose. So that's the end of this attempt. We've learnt some positives, we've learnt some gameplay tips. Let's see what we can do in the next one.